Welcome to the ROTH Show.
Cardi B and Bruno Mars have trouble playing Las Vegas to their maximum because the audience is too old. They're all my age. If you take a look, it's ZZ Top and Van Morrison, great acts. But where can the new guys, the Drakes and the Post Malones, play? They can go on out to the EDC and you do 3 of your top hits. The smashingest doing it in terms of the dance remix. And if you say dance, that could possibly be anything. That could be any kind of a sound these days. Used to be rock and roll was only like 2 or 3 different kinds of t-shirts. Think of who was on the list at Woodstock. It all had guitars. It all had certain kind of drums. Today, you say rock and roll. That is everybody from Post Malone to Bruce Springsteen. It's everybody from Metallica to, it goes on. The kinds of productions that I'm seeing here, and I'm looking at our screens, take a look at on the internet of what's going on at EDC coming up. EDC does this all over the world, and there's 500,000 people coming for the big tailgate. That's what they call campgrounds. I call it tailgating. That's probably going to have, think of what you're going to smell cooking, what everybody's going to be barbecuing and hibachiing and bringing, and think of all the different diets that are going to be represented along there. Used to be you go to a football game, you're going to smell ribs, chicken. I'm looking forward to EDC. What are we going to smell? What does quinoa smell like? One of the coolest things about going to Disneyland was that everybody else was going to Disneyland with you. It was the only place that you got to see somebody from Cambodia standing next to somebody from Soledad, from somebody from Mexico City, somebody from Kenya, because we were all standing in line to get our tickets back in the 60s. Today, if you go to a gig like this in Las Vegas, it's the same thing, and everybody has their own variation. I'm telling you, when you live in Tokyo, the dental floss looks different. The way they advertise Kentucky Fried Chicken is a little bit different. And that applies to all the folks and all the kinds of haircuts and the shoes and the approach to I am the show. And you'll see it in all the different kinds of languages. And that's why I talk about, I wonder what kind of food we're going to be eating. I wonder what kinds of outside just the music, because outside just the music is when everybody's walking around and looking at each other. The promenade. Walking around in various states of undress in Miami Beach or Ibiza goes without a blink of the eye. But because there's no salt water or ocean involved, it's a little bit sexier. It's 92 degrees and exploding out there, and here we are about a week in advance of going to the Electric Daisy Carnival. And we're going to be walking around in various states of undress. Those of you who know me, you haven't blinked. That's not exactly headlines. But the most important part of various states of undress for me is tattoo me, tattoo you. In a super ultra mega diverse world where we communicate in a lot of different languages and it all has to combine all at once, ink talks it all. I call it tattooing, like engraving, like singing, dancing. It's got a little bit more of a flow to it. A lot of people are doing decorative enhancement, a lot of support and create and line work as opposed to this was my regiment or a decal or here's where I was. I have a little bit of that, but everybody has a different approach. And if you can't speak to each other, you can't stop all the way along and go, hello, 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 hello. I do that for a living. The mayor does that for a living, all right? Walking along, it's a virtual display of personality, character, and geographic displacement. Where are you from? What are you doing here? And who do you think you are and where are you going? All just like that. You'll see it in the ink, in the tattooing, and people will be showing it really proudly here. Watch out for the sun, guys. Really, watch out for the sun blasting any colors, any gradation, any kind of light-handed work. And there's a lot of art students at work at this kind of ink now. Watch out, it does not brave the sun well. You can buy yourself some time. I tried 180 different kinds of products from around the world so that you get the ultimate with the most transparency, without blasting, without petroleum products, without killing a pelican. Really, we went after it. It took me 3.5 years. And what you got is the most basic craft ingredients. And that goes right along with the spirit of the EDC, all right? I'm not at an expo trying to sell along with Johnson & Johnson or Neutrogena. This is craft stuff, and it's designed to walk around in various states of undress as I historically, as an artist and a raconteur. And you want to show your ink without blowing out the yellows. Watch out, that sun will turn those yellows green. You want people green with envy, not yellow sunburst rays turning green. You want the blues to stay blue. You don't want them to turn ugly purple. You want people purple with envy. You don't want the blues to turn purple. This could be a very long video if I decided, but you get the message here. So please do walk around in various states of undress, but watch out for those inks. The idea that we're all buried completely in our cell phones, yeah, that exists out amongst normal corners. But when you get to an event like's coming, EDC, it completely defies that concept. People are joining together and bigger. When you think of the biggest baby boomer event ever, you think of the Olympics. Then you might think of the Super Bowl. You want to go back to music, there are musical events. Lately it was Beyonce at Coachella. You want to go boomer again, you have Woodstock or Altamont where things went wrong. And yeah, nothing's perfect. You have the Fire Festival, and that becomes its own expression. You fired it, or you're fired. Maybe that has a whole new expression. EDC, electronica, and the monster festivals, these giant collections, these carnivals, defy the idea that folks are separating and polarizing. We're polarizing because it's more interesting to dive down the rabbit hole, so to speak, when you're at home at night after the homework's done or the kids are asleep. But when it comes recreation time, no, not everybody's staying at home playing video games. Video games are spectacular, but this looks like you're in the video game, and it's a perfect electronic connection. It's a whole new world out there, and nothing defines it more equitably than video games. I think video gamers are athletes. I think it should be in the Olympics. I think it should be in high schools. And when people say, well, it doesn't have the physicality, whoa. Have you ever seen a video gaming competition? People are up and down and moving and so forth. Have you ever seen the precision shooting competition at the Olympics? I want to show you the entire motion of the gold medal winner. Okay, and this is who I saw do it. I think she was from Sweden or somewhere in Scandinavia. I want you to watch my index finger. Here's the whole sport. Watch. That was it. That was what won the gold medal. I'm going to do it again. This is the shooting precision competition for females. She was in Scandinavia. She won it. Here, I want you to watch my right hand here. This is what won the gold medal, being able to stand perfectly still and do this. That won the gold medal. Video gaming is way more physical than that. Playing chess is way more physical than that, especially if you're losing. And I think that connects directly to what's happening with electronica and all that kind of dance music that's making the boom in the room without what you expect to see on stage. What's more unifying than we're here to watch the guy who's playing the records, who even cares about who made the record? We're here for us.